All right, everyone. YouTube, my brothers and sisters. A lot going on in the news. All of these mass shootings, and now the shooting in San Bernardino, California. It is Thursday, December the 3rd, 2015. I'm on my way back from the city of Flint. It's so easy to lose touch and to lose focus of what we are called to do as born again believers. Born again Christians, when we see such news headlines as what's taking place with this terrible, terrible shooting in San Bernardino, California. Many are thinking that it's a hoax, it's another false flag, and that they've brought in crisis actors. Others are looking at a possible link and ties to ISIS and these open borders, and especially with the shooter and his wife, who was from Pakistan. And where did they get not so much the guns, but the explosives that they had, the pipe bombs and the remote control units and radio controlled cars, that they were going to pull off something a lot bigger than just what happened at that Christmas luncheon. It's easy for us to get distracted and to lose focus, brothers and sisters, about a real crisis where they're not actors. They're not crisis actors. It's not a false flag and it's not a hoax. I'm talking about our own people, our own brothers and our own sisters living on the street without nothing, with no shelter, no place to sleep, not a pair of boots on their feet in the snow. It's December 3rd. And how quick we are to just lose our focus and be distracted by the news headlines and by what's popular on YouTube, and forget that we have a real emergency here at home, a real crisis. The forgotten people, the unseen, the people of the streets, men, women, small children living in a Meijer parking lot, sleeping in their vehicle in below freezing temperatures. Many of us today think that, well, we'll do our part, and I want to give to a credible charity like, for instance, the Red Cross or the March of Dimes. And let me just concentrate on those two for a moment. You will give to them because you believe that they are a credible charity. They are a 501c3 and they are an organization. Let me just tell you where your money's going. And it's like the 501c3 organized church today. You've got a CEO, you've got a vice president, you have a treasurer, and it goes on down the line. When you give and you think you're doing good by giving to, well, someone you think that is really credible, like the Red Cross, did you know that the CEO of the Red Cross, from your charitable giving from your heart, do you know that his annual salary is $650,000 annually? Did you know that he has an unlimited spending amount, and he has full medical coverage, medical, dental, vision? And then your donation trickles down to the vice president of the American Red Cross and to the treasurer and on down the line. And by the time it gets to the people that really need the help, very little, if any, actually goes to the person that's in need. The March of Dimes, just let me touch on that for a moment. This should make news headlines. I believe it was a congressman, I liked what he had made a statement on regarding giving to the March of Dimes. That's why they called it and named it the March of Dimes, because by the time you give your donation to this charitable organization, and that's what it is, it's a business, it's an organization, by the time the CEO gets his annual paycheck and the money trickles down, about 10 cents of your money that you gave from the goodness of your heart, about 10 cents goes actually to the charity, to the need. We're struggling out here. I'm in the city of Flint, and I'm on my way home, and there's so much need in all of our communities. And I ask you, just for a moment, to pray, to be in prayer about helping those that need your help. I know what many Christians say about the month of December, and it's this Christmas and the tree and what's in the scriptures, and it's all pagan. But there are young children. There are young children that it's a special time of year for them, and they are going to do without. They will have no presents. I can remember being a child at Christmas and getting IOUs from my grandmother because we didn't have money for toys. There was no money for food, let alone for toys. But how many are not going to have anything? Not going to have a meal, not going to have the greatest gift of all, a warm meal in their stomach and a place to lay their head and some shelter from the cold. It's December 3rd. It's freezing out. This is the real crisis. I need your help. This is what I do. This is what I do every day. My heart is breaking. My heart is breaking. I wish I could put you in this car with me and just take you with me. And you could feel the pain. You could see the pain in the eyes of the less fortunate, of the poor, of the tired, of the hungry. But their only hope is in Jesus. And right now, He is their only hope through you. Through you. If you spent one day with me, you would feel what I feel. You would feel the hurt. You'd lay down at night and thank God for your blessings. Thank God for the roof over your head and that pillow that you lay your head on. Well, you couldn't close your eyes without seeing the faces of the veterans who fought for this country and came back to be forgotten, to be left on the street. To mothers and fathers and young children that their house has been foreclosed and they lost all of their assets and they're living in a burned out, abandoned house in an abandoned building somewhere, infested with rats and roaches, and trying to survive the night. And how many won't survive this winter? I ask you to pray. Please pray for this ministry and pray for those that we're trying to reach. And if the Holy Spirit moves you, we need your help. This is a far bigger crisis than ISIS. There are no crisis actors. These people, God's people, that are hungry and starving on the streets of America, hometown USA, they're not actors. They're real. If the Holy Spirit leads you that this is the ministry to help, we're not a 501c3. Every penny goes to help the homeless this year. It's December. It's our hardest month. I'll put the link to our ministry.